did I make
Let's
it
see,
public?
like
I
I
did.
have to update it. Like there we go. All right,
All
I
right,
see
we're
it.
up
We're
on
up.
Twitch. Unfortunately, your comment is now lost
I
forever.
have
But
to update. I can hear you.
all right, you can hear me.
Yeah.
All right, well, awesome. Hello and welcome back. We missed last week. I can't remember. Oh, what did we miss last week?
No,
Did we not?
We did.
it was the
We were
week
here last
before.
week.
Was that
It
the
was
week
the week
before?
before that we missed. Yeah.
We
That was
missed
for
yesterday. We were supposed to do it yesterday. Today is Saturday. All right, my bad.
Yep.
Correct.
I'm all confused. But welcome. This week we did Talentless Nana. Jake's gonna give us a rundown. Good show. Great
Oh
one.
shit. Okay. Yeah.
There you
Well,
go.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this band-aid. I'm gonna rip this off like a band-aid. All right. So spoilers. Number one. So Talentless Nana is about a high school where talented people go to train to fight the main bad people in this anime called Enemies Against Humanity.
Enemies of
It
Humanity.
follows Nana, who can read minds, and turns out she can't. She doesn't have a talent, and she's only sent there to kill all of the students in secrecy without the other students knowing, because they're afraid that it will. They want to get rid of the students because they're the enemies against humanity, and they're afraid that if they find out that they're being killed off, then it'll start another civil war that happened previously.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Well
I'm
done.
pretty sure it's Enemies of Humanity though.
Oh, semantics, big dog. Semantics.
Enemies against humanity. The against would just be redundant because enemy, right?
Let's
I
not
like
get
that does that
philosophical
up.
on this again.
All right. I'm no English master myself, so. Well,
All right. Let's start into our 10 topics for the show. We got story and writing. Does it make sense and did it keep you hooked?
Yes, I liked it enough. I haven't started it yet, but because I'm finishing, I'm in the middle of reading a manga right now. But it is my next read. I really,
Okay.
really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's like the first episode. You think that she has a talent and she can read minds.
Yeah,
Of course, the name of the fucking anime. If I just put two and two together, which I did not,
same.
she doesn't have a talent, and she kills off a student in the first episode, and you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, the first.
Um,
If you're not hooked by the first episode, you're not gonna like it. But I think the
yeah,
first episode does a really good job of sinking its teeth into you. At least it did me.
yeah, yeah. I'm usually a pretty good at only watching a certain amount of episodes a day, so that way I can cover it within the week and not forget anything. Yeah, dude,
Mhm.
I that shit did not happen.
I
I
I
finished this
finished
shit
it
on
on
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Yeah,
Like it was so good, I just couldn't stop because every episode was
same.
like a cliffhanger. I
Yeah,
was
it
like,
was
well, now I
great.
gotta find out what it
Even
is.
the last one's
Especially
a
the first
fucking cliffhanger.
episode. Um, yeah, I think the way that the tension built up for Nana and her situations, that the stakes kept getting higher and higher, the more students that she offed. Um, it was cool. I mean, it's definitely psychological murder, and it rolled with it pretty well. The cat and mouse chase with Kyoya whenever he started to investigate and he became fascinated with it was pretty cool. But the ways that she would get around certain situations was pretty interesting. Her inner monologue, whenever she would switch up and you would see her true self, um, showed her intentions and how she got around those things.
Yeah, it was really interesting because like sometimes you'd be like, well, how the fuck is she gonna get out of this one? Like
Yeah.
whenever she was locked in the house when she was trying to kill the necromancer,
Hmm.
and she was locked in the cottage, and I was like, how the fuck is she gonna get out of that? And then she gets out of it.
Well, she gets
So
out
it's
of it because she faked the lock, but yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So but we didn't know that she faked the lock at
yeah,
the
until
beginning.
the end.
So it was fun to see how like she set up everybody's deaths.
Yeah.
And going into it, it's really interesting that some of their powers aren't known. And you would
Hmm.
think, and I think the biggest plot hole, in my opinion, in this anime is you would think that if this, because this is a military training camp that is in disguise
That's
as a
yeah,
high school.
that's the ruse. Yeah.
So, in the people that are head of this military camp, want these kids to die. So you would think that they would give her everybody's ability
Mhm.
beforehand.
Well, they gave her the information that they had, but like, yeah, I agree with where you're coming from, but like I think what it was like most of that information was old or incomplete, so like
Oh yeah, because they can their powers can
evolve
like,
over time, stuff like
but
that.
she didn't know that Kuya was invincible.
Yeah, well, he's not. Yes, yeah, he's invincible. Sorry. In the show, they say immortal, which there's a difference between
Yes, there's a
immortal and
difference.
invincible.
So I think that it would be a little bit more apparent that they were like, hey, here's everybody's what we know about them, but I don't know. I just thought that that was a little weird that you would think that they would make it as easy as possible for her to go in there and murk all these kids.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's move on to two then if we're gonna dive into the characters. But I think yeah, overall, well done. The
yeah, story's
suspense.
good.
Yeah,
Yep,
story's good.
good cliffhangers. So characters, did you care about these people?
Yeah, dude. I
I,
mean, all of them,
Only
but
I
only
didn't
one.
care about it. Yeah,
You didn't care about
fucking
any of them?
I only cared about what was her name, the dog
Michiru,
girl, Michiru, dude. I honestly,
dude.
Nana, interesting, cool. All the Kyoya, cool, but Michiru, like I felt, I don't know, it was so sad.
I like Michiru. I like Nana, and I like the dude who was on the island previously. Kyoya, man. I
Jin,
mean, I
Kyo.
like his
Yeah,
like story, but the rest of them, I was just like, ooh, how's she gonna kill that one, you know? But
yeah,
Michiru, dude, god damn, yeah, it's hard not to
yeah.
love Michiru.
Michiru is like she's an OG. She's cool, really good character. She's like the puppy dog. Of course, that's basically what her character design is a dog. And then spoiler again, when she passes at the end, yeah, that was fucking rough.
Yeah, not
No
from
pun
Nana.
intended. Not from Nana. Nana actually tried saving her,
Yep.
which
Mhm.
was really interesting. I think at the very end, going back to
Yeah,
the first,
the way they set up that episode too, I'm like, oh, she's gonna kill them both. Like,
that's what I
Mhm.
thought was gonna
yeah,
happen.
but
Yep.
no, she ended up trying to save her, and it was really fucking good. The last
It was.
episode, the first episode and the last are by far the best. Like, not
Yeah.
even close. Like, the first one is so convincing of how she's faking her mind reading ability
Yep.
and like how she does it. You kind of get an insight of how she was trained, and then the last one is it's just there because it's sad, and it
Yeah.
builds up. It obviously builds up the stakes more, but like the suspense, the drama, the I don't know, all of whatever else I'm trying to say. The first and second or last were just leaps and bounds above the rest. It's all good, but first and last are by
Yeah.
far the
They stand out.
standouts.
Yeah, the characters. I mean, they were all individual characters. Nobody really, I think,
Yeah,
overshadowed anybody.
it kind of lost the plot, or not really lost the plot, but it kind of got to the point where like I thought because like the first episode, it's around the dude whoever I thought was going to be the fucking main character,
Oh,
right?
no, now,
I thought
yeah.
that was the main character too. Yeah.
Then the second episode was around the dude who could like travel back in time, right? Like each of these guys kind of got their own episode, and then as it went on, it kind of turned into like yes, it's following this person, but also someone else is dying, and you get nothing about him. Like the one where the astral guy killed that dude in his sleep or whatever.
Yeah, like it when
Mhm.
he's hanging out the
Yeah,
window and shit.
it's like there was a couple people. Like I thought everybody in this class was going to get an episode or a chapter in the manga or whatever, however it was set up. But it swiftly turns into okay, this person is the main focus, but because this person is the main focus, here's one or two people that are going to be cannon fodder. Basically, we're just going to go get rid of them, like Habu and
Yeah.
the contacts girl, for example.
I do
Yeah.
like how she went for the harder targets first.
Yeah,
That way it was just harder for her because she had more classmates tied into it and invested in it, and looking at her because she had become the class leader to really give answers and just reasons for why things were happening. Now that she was also becoming a main suspect for when Kiyoya was investigating her, but she was very cold and calculated. Well done by her.
Yeah.
The other characters, yeah, they attempted to help in any way they could. The time traveler, you
Mhm.
had the guy with the cameras and the telling the future. I mean, he used it to his advantage, but still, it was like, why was this? Why is this picture here? Like,
Yeah.
I know something you don't want other people to know. So it definitely got intense. I think for the first like 5 episodes, but then yeah, as those, I guess, other characters got disposed of, it got a little bit more into the actual character depth itself because you get Michiru, you get all the backstories of everybody, even Nana towards the end, where her family and her upbringing were a lot of the reasons why she was starting to backlash against Michiru, and for the reasons why she did all the things she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. What about the villains? I mean, it was to me, it was like they both thought they were the villains. Like one
Yeah, I
side
guess
thought they
it
were the
really
villains, the
depends
other.
on what side you're on. Like, are you on the side of the talented or are you on the side of Nana? Like, this is kind of one of those shows where, like, you could make an argument that both are the villains or both are the heroes, or,
Mhm.
there's
I think it's
no.
just a weird phase within their society because the first villain per se was a talented that went on a rampage,
Hmm.
and it's because he had just discovered his talent, I guess, you know. So that is the one freak occasion to where, yeah, if that is the thing that sparks it, you're gonna have a downward spiral and a bad outlook on these talented,
Yeah.
um, and try to avoid them or exterminate them as soon as possible. But all these kids, they seem to want to help society in whatever way they could or learn and
I
upgrade
think
their
it's I think
powers.
it's an interesting take on like a superhero esque because like you think of like Marvels and all of their superheroes like they're all good people. When in reality, I think there's a lot of times that probably wouldn't be the case.
Yeah, it's like it's
I
kind of takes the approach of The Boys, if you've ever seen that. Not as far as
Yeah,
like not as far as gruesome and insane, but as far as like how people with powers would probably actually act in the real world. In the
yeah,
real world, if it were a possibility. Because if I had fucking powers, I'd fucking use them all the
Use them and
fucking
abuse
time.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So then like it that kind of slow rolled into a huge civil war between the talented and humans. And after I think it said 5 years, I think of how long the battle was or the civil war was. Of course, the humans won, and then the talented. Um, I
How do
don't
they
know.
find these kids though? Because they all seem to be the same like age. Like yes, there's the
I
class before
I,
Jean's class.
I don't know. I think
they don't really
I
go into
this
how they
is
find them.
no, but this is my guess is because they were all in middle school. Like before they were in the island, of course they're in middle school because this is a high school. And I think when they hit puberty, they get their powers because they say as they go throughout puberty, their power can change and progress. So
Oh,
I think that's what happens, and that's why it's high school. And I don't know. My big question is, do the parents know that this is a fucking like a kill center?
No, because they did get into that. So one of the when Jin showed up, he went to go see his mother or grandmother, I think it was.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
his
his grandma.
grandmother started praying because she thought it was his ghost because she was told that he got by fighting the enemies of humanity.
Okay.
mm,
So my assumption is that the whole reason why it's a high school is because that's to get the parents to be okay with sending their children off.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was my guess.
yeah. I mean that makes sense. But I did like how they had that Nana and Kiyoya had that back and forth where he would be on her scent the whole time and she'd just like really want to throw him off some way and had to play some crazy tricks to really get him to just start trusting her. But in the background, he doesn't trust her still.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was good. All right. Three, the animation and visuals. How good does it look?
It looks good, but the only thing that kind of took me out of it when Nana isn't making her serious face, she might have the biggest fucking eyeballs of any anime character I've
Oh
ever seen
yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
I think it's like supposed to be like cutesy,
Yeah, it definitely
but
is.
so I don't know. Like I really wish they would have gone. I wish it was. This sounds really weird because like it's a bunch of high school kids that are getting fucking murdered. But I wish it was a little bit more gruesome than what it was. I think they could have spun off of how cute it looks and how cute she is, and then boom, she's a fucking mass murderer, serial killer, and she's like gouging eyes out or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah,
if they are given that extra effect on the eyes and cutesiness, because her and Michiru seem to be the only two that really have the oversized eyes. Maybe
Yeah, all the
Yuka.
dudes don't obviously, but and
Yeah.
then Fuko don't have none.
well,
Yeah.
she just walks
But
around with her eyes closed, bro.
but yeah, I get what you're saying. To give more of that sinister feel when she flips the switch, it would make sense. Like, yeah, they have that red filter on everything that she does while monologuing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Um, but
it would just be a
but
better contrast, in my opinion.
yeah, as far
mhm.
as like the visuals, fine. I mean, it's an island setting, so the backgrounds look okay, nothing crazy. Obviously, school setting too, so some of that mixed in, and then as far as just like animation, really, even the action scenes, they look good, but there's nothing like it's no JJK or Demon Slayer, during the fight
Yeah,
scenes. But it's
Yeah,
good.
there's
It's good enough for what it is. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
it's good.
not
It's
everything
not
has to
great.
have
It's not bad.
JJK or Demon Slayer levels of fight animation.
And to my knowledge, maybe I'm incorrect in this, but there's not really any fights per se.
Yeah, for the most part, it's pretty one sided. It's kind of her using their
Yeah.
abilities against them. Um,
mhm,
Yeah, like she's an assassin, so it'd be like she was using the needle poison, but
yeah, her thing is like if it's a fight, she's gonna lose, but if she can get the jump on them, she's gonna do it in one. She's gonna do what every villain in every anime should do, and just immediately go for the kill instead of monologuing and being like, "Oh, you haven't even seen my full power yet. I'm gonna make sure you have enough time to prepare for it."
yeah. I think that started to get to me was all the characters giving away their vulnerabilities.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, now you know one of my vulnerabilities.
yeah,
Oh,
it would make sense at the beginning, like the first two episodes when they don't know that there's a fucking mass murderer killing them.
yeah,
But then the later episodes when you're like, why are you telling her what your power is and
yeah.
shit, big dog?
Like
You shouldn't be
right.
the
doing
astral
any of that.
dude just straight up says, "Yeah, when I'm in my astral body, if you just find my real one, I'm screwed."
Yeah, I'm like, dude, why are you telling her
Yeah.
that? Dumbass kids.
But yeah, a lot of the scenes happened after the fact to where there's been a murder or there's just dialogue between two characters. So there's not much you can really do for that as intensity. I think the suspense just goes to her monologuing and then just
Dude,
looking back and forth
the
at
guy
each
who
other.
could jump back in time had by far had the most brutal death.
Oh yeah,
Oh
freezing
Cause
yeah,
under the water.
she went and fucking dug up dirt, enough dirt to cover up the part of the frozen lake so he could go back in time on the frozen lake, fall in the water, and then when he jumps back to the present, he's underneath the frozen lake. It was
yeah.
brutal, dude. That one would have been
That
by
is
far
that
the
was
worst.
So
yeah.
malevolent, yeah.
I agree. That would have sucked.
All right, let's touch up on number 4, The Sound of Music. Does it sound like peak anime?
Uh, I mean, it sounded
I mean, it's okay.
fine.
I mean, it's fine.
Intro was
I
okay.
mean,
Outro was okay. Not getting added to any playlist of mine, but they were good
mhm.
enough. They were serviceable. I don't really, again, I didn't have the ear for the music in this one, so I can't really touch on that. Sound
No,
effects
there
for the
wasn't.
powers sounded good enough. Like
The voice actors were
background.
fine. I mean,
Yeah, voice
I
actors were
don't think
pretty
there was
good.
ever yeah, I don't think there was anything like there was no big emotion like scene, I guess, enough to where somebody could stand out as amazing. But they were all good. Like they all matched well with their character designs and everything.
Yeah, I think the soundtrack mostly was there to just match the intensity of the situation. As she's thinking out, oh, how am I gonna get through this? To, oh man, somebody's about to catch me or something.
Yeah,
It
Mhm.
it follows up on that pretty well.
yeah, sound was
Um,
good. Nothing too crazy. I don't
Nothing
think.
outrageous.
yeah, her voice acting was great. Yeah, nothing too much to note on that topic.
Yeah, this one Yeah, this coming off of Death Note, this is pretty subpar as far as sound design goes. I'd say it's
That's
just,
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
but
honest.
on the other hand, I don't really think it needs it. So I don't think it
No, it
takes
doesn't.
away anything.
I don't think it's like, with Death Note, they're trying to set a scene and everything like that, and I think you have to do well on that, the
Death
sound
Parade.
design to get
Yeah,
you in the Death Parade, sorry, to get you into the scene. But with this, there's nothing like that.
yeah.
Hmm.
This isn't. It's not meant to be, I guess.
It's a short series. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
does what it needs to do. Um, yeah. 5. The world building and lore.
So
Does
this
the
is where it
world feel
gets
alive?
a little obviously more important than the sound and visuals. Well, I mean, visuals are good, but like the world building is it's constantly happening. So like you're constantly getting background of what this version of Tokyo or Japan or whatever, wherever the all the kids come from, I guess is like because you get a little like you get a little bit with the backstory of the first Talented and the war that happened, and then you get like the backstory of the island when the dude who can
Jin,
shapeshifter Jin, is that his name? What I said?
I
Yeah,
think
when
so.
Jin shows up, you get some more background on the island, and then you get background on Nana, and you get just a hint of the background of the organization she works for. Like you get just a sprinkle. You don't really get a lot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, a lot of world. This is definitely way heavier as far as world building and lore goes than like the rest of the categories. I think.
Yeah, I'm assuming, and because this is a way more in depth. Obviously, yeah, I think that how many chapters is the manga? Trap? Do you
Like
remember?
122 or 100, little either somewhere between 120 and 130. It's less than 130, a little more than 120. I can't remember exactly.
Okay. And the manga, or the show, the first season covers the first 28 chapters. So I'm sure this will get better as, if they were to create a new season, or if I do ever, which I won't, read the
Yeah, don't
manga.
even say if you do.
Um,
Fucking liar.
um, I think I would love to know more, because the good thing that they do at is you're asking questions now.
Yeah,
Like, what is this military? Is this the government? Who are these people that are trying to kill these kids? Who is her? Obviously, you'll figure that out, I'm assuming, whenever you read it, Travis. But who is like her trainer?
yeah.
What's their
So
relationship like?
I this is I don't I guess you can kind of say spoiler tag real quick, but obviously I did a quick Google search because when I read a manga series, I want to make sure it's done so I can actually like if I really like it, I can read it from start to finish. With anime, obviously it'd be awesome if every anime got animated from beginning to end, but it just doesn't happen anymore. Um, but I looked at so I did like a Google search like is Talentless Nana manga complete? And it's funny enough, the last chapter came out in Japan the Friday that we did the last podcast when Jake said we're doing Talentless Nana next week. And I watched the first episode on
Cold.
Sunday. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I'm going to read it. So I looked it up, and then like the first thing I saw was like a Reddit link, and it said the last chapter kind of sucked. So
Oh,
people do not like the end.
dang, that
Dang.
sucks.
So
Yeah, I wonder.
I can't. My guess on the end. This is a if people hate it, this is my genuine guess because I think it's some fuck shit that probably gets pulled. I bet somehow all the talented come back to life and they are all like they're all either not talented anymore. They either get rid of that or everybody maybe becomes a talented. So like there's no reason to have wars or anything like that anymore. Like I think it's gonna be some stupid shit like that if people hate it. Because that's always the kind of bullshit endings people are like, this is stupid. The stakes were amazing building up. Why did they take this bullshit road at the end? This is
Seems
kind
like
of
Yeah.
a
a
it's kind of
X
off
Men type
topic rant
ending.
from world building and lore, but I that's my guess. I'll report back in like a I don't know a couple weeks when I read it because I've got about 300 more chapters of the thing I'm reading right now, but it's a manhwa, so I can plow through those chapters in no time.
Okay.
I did like how it was intentionally mysterious though. It didn't like give you the full spiel of yes, the whoever the enemies of humanity are, and then it got
Dude,
revealed piece
le-
by piece.
yeah, legit until probably like episode 4 or 5, I still thought enemies of humanity were real.
Yeah,
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 same. I thought that these were real things. I'm like, why is she killing all these people? Like, what's
I
the
I, I
point of
just
this actually?
assumed
mm,
I assumed she worked for the enemies of humanity for the longest time until the background of the first, really until Jin showed up, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh, okay, this makes sense because at the beginning they're like, oh, the talented, we had a civil war. And I was like, okay, I could still see some alien fuckery popping up here, so maybe the enemies of humanity are real. And then Jin showed up. He's like, yeah, they put us on this island because they knew we'd all just kill each other. So I was like, oh, okay, so it is just still humans trying to kill the talented,
Yeah,
and they came
and
up with this
and
bullshit.
I forgot at what point, and she's like, I'm trying to kill you, you enemies of humanity. And I was like, oh shit, she said it.
Yeah,
Fucking, that's what it is.
yeah, yeah. When
I
she
I
had
do
that
like
like
how
internal monologue the first time is when I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
I also like how they didn't like show her training or how much she knew of before. Even like the person on the phone that she talks to, like you were saying, and any info that she gets is through that cell phone. So it's not like
Yeah,
she's going back and reaching back to HQ
yeah. Because
every third episode.
at one point in the show they even said that like Jin took that phone from her and he said it can't even make calls. So
yeah,
like they have to call her. So she's like stuck there with only the knowledge she has. So like it almost kind of seems like the bureau or government agency, whatever the hell you want to call it is that she works for, is almost trying to get rid of her as well.
yeah. It was almost like because they said in one of the scenes, it was like, how many has she killed now? And then I think it was like five or something like
Yeah.
that. And they were like, wow, I'm surprised. I thought she would have killed one and then ran away or died herself.
Yeah.
And I was like, so they're just throwing people, I guess, at this island to kill, and they don't really care or whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is interesting how mysterious it
Yeah,
is, which is
there's
good.
a
I
lot
like
of
that.
loose ends that still need to be tied up that I'm curious about. And like I said, I
I
really
mean,
hope I'm wrong, but I legit think that she's probably gonna have some bullshit where she like gets Michiru's power and is able to bring everybody back. That's like my legit. If I were to guess why people hate it, that's probably why they hate it.
Yeah, or
I
like everything goes.
hope I'm wrong. I
or
hope I'm
Gene
wrong.
uses it because he has that ability,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Or
he
Jin gets
limits
it. Yeah,
himself. Yeah. I do like, yeah, I guess the power systems within the show. Everybody has their
yeah.
set power. It's
Even
semi,
like
a mix of them.
by like the halfway point of the show, like kind of like as far as like the power scaling you think that's gonna happen this whole time, it's kind of thrown out
Mhm.
of the window because it's really just like I'm trying to. What's the point I was just about to make? I kind of lost my train of thought, but like it kind of gets to the point where like really the power system, quote unquote, kind of really doesn't exist. The powers are what they are. I think Nana can handle everybody legit except the invincible dude. It's like when she finds
Yeah.
out he's
Killian.
actually invincible, she's like, I can take care of everybody. And they kind of quit explaining the powers very deep or really showing them off. And it kind of just becomes focused on like, okay, I know I can take out her, him, him, whatever. But how the hell am I still going to deal with Kyoya?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the focus kind of becomes on Kyoya. So not really like only focused on him, but like her focus kind of shifts.
it becomes the main portion of her focus because she's
Yeah,
like, I wonder if poison will do it, or and she's trying to think about how the fuck is she going to do this because as of now he's survived a blast, fuckos,
yeah. Wind
Flash.
fucking
blade. He
flash.
drank the poison contact lens
Yeah, he drinks the
juice.
poison.
Yeah.
He
So
yeah. I
It's more
mean
that she has to keep in the back of her mind too, because she has to be more precise with everything that she does, since he is on her tail that whole time.
maybe I just thought of this. Maybe his weakness is he's like Achilles. He just has to be shot in the ankle, and that may be why everybody hates the ending because that feels like a cop out too.
yeah, that is kind of
I
a cop
like that
out.
ending a
Or
lot better than where I think it's gonna go. But
doesn't he have a? Doesn't he have a sister complex?
I don't think he has a sister complex. I
I think
think his
it's
thing was like his sister came to that island and she's dead, so he's I wouldn't really call it a complex. It's more like a maybe a
Oh,
revenge
she's
plot.
dead. Okay, never mind. Okay, I
yeah.
gotcha.
he has a touch
If
like
that's
And
even
that's
true,
the
like
thing.
I could also see maybe there's a government agency of Talented and they sent Kyoya. Like, they know about the other government agency. I could see some shit like that coming up. But
and I wouldn't really
who
consider
fucking
that
knows?
bad, but yeah,
No, I
yeah.
wouldn't say no, I'm not saying that's bad either. I'm just saying either the ending I'm getting too focused on the ending. That's not what this podcast is about. It's about what's actually out. But I'm saying just from what I'm seeing from the show, I could see either Kyoya is legit just a dumb, talented dude who's invincible because he's kind of like socially dumb.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or he was sent by like there's two warring government agencies. One's talented and one's Nana's faction, right? And he was sent by the other one, but there is absolutely no evidence of that. I'm just making guesses at this point.
Yeah, this is just us spitballing.
I think we've just barely scratched the surface of it being season 1, and you guys saying that there's
Yeah, this
hundred
manga
some yeah,
10 years, so
Yeah.
yeah.
this is there it could
Well,
literally be anything.
to be fair, 120 some odd chapters really isn't a lot.
It's not, but it's taken so long, so obviously there's some at least some thought into each chapter. Of course,
Yeah.
maybe not the ending from what we know now, but there's got to be more twists and turns because I guess they whoever wrote
Oh
this, I
yeah,
don't
I'm
know who it is.
sure.
They
I'm sh-
obviously took their time with it.
yeah.
If it's 122 over the course of 10 fucking years.
Yeah, maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe they just rushed the ending, and that's why everybody hates it. Like maybe they got 10 years into it, and like, all right, it's time to put this to bed.
How
Maybe
much
that was my thought is maybe they were just like, you know what, I'm tired of writing this. Let's just
Yeah,
end it.
maybe they left some plot holes open or something like that. Who knows?
Yeah,
how much further could it go? She's already off half the class. Like it'd have to go somewhere else, I think, to a
it would
certain
I,
have
point.
to be like,
I'll report back to you as soon as I know.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's good.
please
I
do.
like how it leaves enough for you to want to come back, not just like, all right, I think I've seen
yeah,
enough
I
of the
would.
show.
Yeah, I would love a season 2. I would love for this one to keep going.
I would too. I mean, it's been what 5 years now, so or 6 years. So
Yeah, odds are pretty slim
we'll
that it's
see.
going to get a season 2. It probably.
We'll see.
I mean, probably because this is the first time I've heard of it, and I've never even seen like an image of the characters, as far as on
Hmm.
Yeah,
anything. So it may
I've
just not have been
now that
popular enough.
of course, now that I've seen it, I'm getting the bourgeoisie. They're chipped into my brain. I'm getting TikToks about it now
Right.
and
Hmm.
edits, but I've never saw anything like that beforehand. This was just, I think we talked about the same TikTok guy. He reckoned I saw this on one of his videos of a recommendation.
Yes, 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 yes. That's the first time
And
I've ever
so
seen anything about this show.
yeah,
Okay.
same. And I was like, yeah, it looks interesting. I'll give it a shot. And here we are.
Nice. Could be because we're reaching into that side of anime, the psychological thriller side,
Yeah.
but still. Section 6, the emotional impact. How did it make you feel?
Uh, I would say again, the first episode and the last episode are the heaviest emotional impacts because, like, the first episode does such a good job at making you think Nana is actually a mind reader and is actually, like the dude, whatever his name was, is the main character, and eventually they are gonna. Like, I legit thought the dark turn of episode 1 because I saw that TikTok Jake's talking about. It's talking about like the TikTok was basically like shows that turn dark by the end of the first episode. I legit thought the dark turn was going to be an enemy if humanity shows up and attacks and kills Nana.
Oh,
I seriously thought that was going to be the end.
Yeah.
yeah,
But instead, it was her pushing Homeboy off the cliff.
yeah.
So, like that emotional impact was crazy because you're like just shocked, mind blown. And then obviously Michiru's death is fucking so sad. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're blind if you don't see it coming because she is set up to be the character. Like, even the person who sent there to kill her loves her because she's
Hmm.
just a genuinely good person. So, like, they set it up from the beginning. There's no way anybody goes into the show and is blindsided by Michiru dying, right?
Yeah. No, it's obvious. Like, so
But even
back
so,
to
it's
what
still
Trav
sad,
said.
is what I'm saying. Like, the impact
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
sad.
No, it's still super sad. With Michiru, of course, they paint her in the anime as a dog. Like, I think what does Nana say? Oh, she's like a dog, and I don't even like dogs. I'm more of a cat person or
Yeah.
whatnot. And I think even in one scene they give her ear like puppy dog ears because she licks wounds to heal
Oh
like a
yeah,
dog.
right.
Going back to what I said in previous episode, if you're a dog in an anime, it's probably not looking good for you.
Yeah.
I consider this to stand out in that category.
Have a bad track record for sure.
So yeah, it's. I think they did the death of Michiru very well. I think of course we all knew it was coming, but it was still sad as hell. So they did good on that. Nana's parents, how they died and how she becomes how she is. That kind of made depressing as fuck. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah, a lot of highs and lows for sure. Mostly lows, yeah, because it's all involving some sort of tragic death or tragedy or interior conflict going on that just makes that episode much more memorable. Um, First episode definitely is what I think is gonna rope a lot of people in, and as it should. Now being his name, I thought they both were gonna be like working in pairs because at the beginning she's like, "Oh, I'll be your friend," and he's like, "I don't have any friends." She's like, "Oh, I can tell," and that's when she's like, "I can tell you and your watch, blah 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 blah, we're compensating." So she exposes herself as not having any talent and just like being able to read people. So I was like, "Dang, yeah, that was not what I was looking for." I was thinking, yeah, they're gonna hold hands, they're gonna hug. That's how the episode closes. I was like, well, let's see how this ramps up, and it ramped up quick.
yeah, I thought that the big twist going off that anime again. I thought the big twist was they're setting up Nana to be the main character, and then she dies. I didn't necessarily think there was going to be a enemy against humanity. I honestly thought the homeboy at the beginning was going to push her off the cliff. I thought the roles were going to be
Mm.
reversed,
Yeah.
and the whole thing was like, oh, it's about talentless Nana, and then psych, it's not. She's dead now,
Yeah,
and
because
then
I was thinking of an Akame got killed type setting here for a minute,
yeah,
where no
yeah,
one's safe. Like I,
no one's safe.
yeah, because I mean, there was even in episode one, there was a bit where like she gets like a strong gust of wind blows her over, and he catches her. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
like I thought the twist was going to be like, because even in the first episode, like, yeah, the enemy of humanity may have even already infiltrated this island. I legit thought that's where it was going. It was set up so well.
yeah, because I was thinking that maybe since it's called Talentless Nana, maybe she was going to be ousted, that she didn't have a talent and killed.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, obviously it didn't happen like that.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
reverse of that.
Yeah,
Well, we'll get into section 7, the originality and identity of the show.
Cool.
What makes it different?
I mean,
I
I
think
think
the
what
whole
makes it,
story. I guess I don't.
yeah, what makes it different is this isn't the first series to do the somebody without superpowers going against somebody with powers, right? But the, I mean, it feels pretty original. Well, actually, now I think about it off the top of my head, I can't. The Boys is the only thing I can think of that is like that.
I can't really
Mhm.
think of anything that's similar to this. I
In
think there are a
anime
lot of
world, I
bits and
can't.
pieces. Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
I think there are bits
there's a
and pieces.
million superpowers, magic, espers, whatever the
Yeah,
hell you want to call it, type of shows. So like that part isn't original, but the part about someone with no power sent to assassinate all these people, that feels pretty original. And then the setting
yeah,
Yeah,
and
itself.
them
following
thinking that,
her for
yeah,
sure.
them thinking that she has powers and her having to sell that the fact that she does have powers. I think that's pretty original.
Yeah, originality, I think it's pretty high on the scale of originality. It feels
Yeah.
like
I agree.
you could look at it and be like, "Oh, superpower high school setting," and immediately be like, "That's a 1 out of 10 on originality." But then you look a little deeper, and it actually feels pretty original, even as far as like, even though they don't go super heavy into the people's powers, it's like none of their powers, by the way, are original at all. You got the healer,
No.
you
No,
got the fire guy, you got the ice guy. Maybe the guy who can blink back in time 24 hours is kind of pushing the line
That's
of a.
cool.
I mean, that's not unoriginal, but it feels pretty
it feels
original in
more
this
original than
setting.
all the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like his might be the only one that is like truly like, all right, that's a little bit original. Like the play on it where he can only go back 24 hours and he gets tired every time he does it. Like that feels Like they put a little more thought into that one, but
Somebody sees him, he has to come
yeah,
back.
the
Yeah.
shapeshifter, fire, ice, poison, healer, wind person, like
Necromancer. I
yeah,
mean,
all of
it's
this
all
has
been
been
done.
done a billion times. So like that part
Have
is not original at all, but it feels as far the package as a whole is very original feeling.
Have y'all ever seen the movie Sky High when y'all were growing up?
Yeah.
Yes,
Do you remember that shit? Okay, do
yes,
you remember that guy that when they're interrogating after that one filler dies in the window? Um,
brother.
and they're interrogating what?
I I have the only thing I legit remember about that movie is the stretchy dude and
No,
the
no.
fat
Well,
guy.
hold on, hold
Like,
on. Do you remember? So like, and they were like, "Well, what's it?" Kyo's like, "What's your powers? Please tell me." And that one guy's like, "I can make myself magnetic."
oh yeah,
That guy would be a sidekick for sure.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
100%, 100%.
Right.
That guy who had the most
I mean, he
stupid
did.
power
He
out of
was the
everybody.
sidekick of what was it?
Dude, they're kind of a group
Muggle?
of fellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were. It was a group of fellers, but he would definitely be with. I don't
Side.
know. I forgot all the yeah,
Yeah.
the other guys in
I do
Sky
like
High.
how it went off of Nana's perspective. To where, yes, I thought it was gonna be one of those. Oh, let's become best friends, and we're in a school of power
yeah,
superheroes. And I was like, okay, this is why I brought up this could be my hero like
dude, I
setup.
would pay money for not for Nana to get introduced to Deku.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Hate that motherfucker.
But I do think it did well in the psychological side of things and kept me entertained throughout the whole thing. So we got number 8, the consistency. Does it stay good the whole way through? I say
I
mostly.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, mostly. I think there was a dip a little bit towards the end. I think it got better, but I think if there was a part to where I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" is whenever again Feller dies in the window, and it's like
Mhm.
everything, and then it's like Nana and Kyoya are trying to
Yeah,
work together.
Yeah.
it kind of turned into a detective show for a minute, and
Yeah,
it was not as good. It wasn't as good.
I was hoping that it was gonna be like every episode was like Travis said earlier. Every
Mhm.
episode was gonna be somebody dying.
Like a
Well, I
focus
mean,
And
I
on
do
and
think
that's why I thought that maybe this anime would have a start and a finish in this anime because every episode would have somebody dying.
that
But
episode
it
before
didn't.
the kid in the window, it was coming off of that high of having that multi kill with a bunch of kids that they like incinerated and
oh yeah,
he
the
was
necromancer.
interrogating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it could have been. I guess that was probably the most filler episode for me that I thought, but it still had its purpose throughout.
Yeah, I'd say I mean, I was hooked the whole time. I didn't stop.
Yeah.
The them interrogating a death that Nana didn't commit was a little bit of a dip, but it was still good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was still good. I just if there was a dip to where it in the story because I was hooked every episode. Of course, I finished it on Tuesday, so I was hooked. But if there was a dip that I could tell, that would have been the dip.
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, high suspense throughout. I think for sure. The way she navigates through those scenarios. 9, the enjoyment factor. How much did you like it?
I
Um
really like.
yeah, I liked it a lot, man. Like I said, I mean, I finished it in fucking no time and I want to read the manga. So that I think that in my version of like praise, if I want to go out of my way to find the source material, I think that means the show was exceptional.
Yeah, um, it was really good. It had me hooked all the way through. I enjoyed it a lot. Um, I I could say that I would love to go read the source material. I won't. But I do want to know what happens. So Travis, please do updates.
Yeah, I'll report
Yep.
back. Like I said, it just depends on how quick I get because I'm in this middle of Noblesse right now, and I'm gonna finish.
That's fine.
This is my third
The
time
second
attempting to read
season.
it. I've dropped it every time, but I'm committed to actually finishing it this time.
a second season hasn't even been announced, not even in the works, so I have nothing but time. So
Yeah,
you just
fair.
let me know.
But here's the
The
problem:
only
if I tell you what happens, you're not going to end up watching. This is me every time I watch. It's like Demon Slayer. I watched the first season, I read it, and now I never even watched past Mugen Train.
Dang. I think it
I
for the Demon Slayer thing, I think it's just the animation that you need to experience.
Oh, 100%.
Um,
Like I watched. I take it back. I watched the first like 4 or 5 episodes last year of the
the training
Entertainment
arc.
District
Oh, okay. Yeah.
with what's his name?
Tengen.
Yeah, Shingen. And the anime, it's so fucking good. It's just I just haven't finished it yet because one, I know what happens. Two,
Yeah.
it's like yes, it looks great, but it's like every time I go and try and watch it, I end up just playing on my phone. So which,
Dang.
I yeah, I just need to actually finish it one day. Whenever it's fully out, I think I'm gonna make a run at it again and just rewatch it all.
That's fair.
How about this? Just tell me once you get done, if you do finish, if actually end up reading all of it, tell me if the ending is good or bad.
Well, here's the thing though: if the second season comes out, the second season's I assume no way it's gonna get to the ending if they only cover 28 chapters. So I'll tell you if the second season would be worth watching, and then if the second season never comes out, I'll tell you about the ending. But um, I would imagine even I hope if he spent this or he or her whoever wrote it spent this much time on it 10 years that everything leading up to the ending is still great.
Yeah. I think the enjoyment factor would have gone up for me a little bit if the teacher and Gene would have swapped roles, or just
Gene would have been awesome as
Gene
the
would have been a
teacher.
good
That would have been
teacher.
cool. That would have been cool.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because the teacher is just so passive about everything to where Kyoya's leading the investigation. I'm like, this
Dude,
is
the school staff
Yeah,
terrible.
has to be in
he
on it. They have to be in on it. The way they
no.
act. There's
So
no
the
way they're
thing is,
not.
the teacher doesn't know
There's no
about
way.
this.
There's no fucking way.
From what I've seen, from what I've of course, I've done my own research to an extent with no spoilers, but the teacher, from what I've seen, does not know. He's clueless
Wow.
about what's happening. And he is the only teacher. There is nobody else there because that's why they were making complaints that it doesn't even feel like a real high school because it's not. It's not.
Well,
They're
they
not
have to
going to
have
class. They're
some sort of cafeteria staff because they spend a good amount of time eating.
Yeah,
That's
there's
my
one
thought.
lady. You
Just
see
the
the
world
actual
building
cafeteria lady at one point.
Yeah, there's no other teachers or whatnot. There's teacher wise, there's no other
faculty. Yeah.
faculty. That he is it. He has no idea what's happening, and that's why I think he's so like doesn't know what's going on because he fucking doesn't.
But I think it would have been better since he's already hanging around the school. Why not just make him the teacher? He was playing the cat,
Yeah.
so it's like he's still around and
Yeah,
sees stuff's happening.
Oh,
So
hey, who knows? He is a
my own
shapeshifter. Maybe he is the teacher.
yeah. My only guess is maybe he's the only
I've
tie back
I've never seen
that he
Jin
can
and the
think of
teacher
that.
in the same scene. Just saying.
yeah,
So that's I mean you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I've never seen Jin and Kyoya in the same scene.
Facts. Oh,
dang.
facts. Facts. Good point.
All right, well, let's wrap it up with the impact and legacy. Does it matter in anime culture?
I don't think so. Like I
No,
said,
I
I've
don't think so.
literally never heard of this show until I watched the same TikTok Jake was talking
And
about earlier.
I'm surprised
I'm surprised
because
too
of
because
how
it's
good the
good.
first season is. I'm surprised that it's not as popular as I think it should be.
Yeah,
I think
it's no Freerin, it's no JJK, it's no Demon
Yeah.
Slayer. It's hell, it's not even a fucking like I don't know what's kind of like a semi-popular one, like I don't know. Insert whatever you think is semi-popular here. I can't think of anything off
in
the
the
top of my
comments
head.
below.
Yeah. It's no Konosuba, if you will. It's no
There you go.
Overlord. It's no reincarnated
I
slime.
think it's
Whatever.
definitely a tiny hidden gem
Yeah, but
within the anime world.
it's way
That's
better
sad.
than one of the like million fucking sloppy isekais that get made every season. Like, well, I would watch this way over any World's Finest Assassin or Reincarnated with My Smartphone or Death March to a Parallel World Rap City or fucking uh
Reincarnating as a vending machine.
Reincarnated as a Vending Machine. I've read the light novels for that actually. It sucks. It's so bad. Or I've been killing slime for 300 years. Or there's a list of a million shows that are better than this that keep getting. Or Rent a Girlfriend. Like I can't believe that this isn't as popular as even some of those I just named.
Yeah, it's underrated for
Yeah,
sure. I don't think you're wrong there. I just think that's the current wave of what's popular. So maybe this does hit another spike a year or
Maybe.
two from now, and somebody gets
maybe.
interested. There's content being made as we've seen, so more people will start looking into it.
Yeah, I mean, with the source material now being finished, only one season being out after 6 years, odds are very slim that this will ever get a second season. I will hold on to hope, but I don't understand why it's not as popular as it is. I think this is a really good one, and I'm very, very surprised.
Yeah.
Mm. All right, give us your final rating of the show or the first season.
I will tentatively, because my rating will change depending on the manga ending, because I am going to read it. But right now, first season, I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Okay, Jake.
That's my anime. I go last.
Okay. I will give it an 8. It gets a bump up from 7.5 as well because of the first episode. I think it's definitely well done. I like how the characters actively trying to use their powers throughout the series to figure out what's going on or just, you know, it's nice. It's not overwhelming with
Yeah.
the powers.
Yeah, yeah. So mine, with how it ends and everything, just off the first season, I'm giving it a 7.9. I think it's really good, and I think that it could grow exponentially. I think my rating could definitely go higher. And
Uh,
the thing is, the ceiling is really high,
yeah.
but the floor is also very low.
Yeah.
So it could really go either way.
Yeah, I will update my score when I finish it, and if y'all want to know what happens based on my score, I'll be glad to fill you in. If you want to wait, then that's cool too. But so next week I want to do something a little different. I'm going to give y'all the title of two shows that I want to watch. You guys are going to pick one.
Oh, all
All
right.
right.
Okay.
So title one, don't look them up. Just go based off the
Oh,
title. Don't Google it or nothing. If
okay.
you've heard of them, then let me know. I have a backup. The first one is Agents of the Four Seasons, Dance of Spring. And the second one is Playing Death Games to Put Food on the Table. Discuss.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I've heard of Agents of the Four Seasons. I've never seen it, but I'm pretty sure I've heard of it.
Yeah, it came out last season,
Um,
so if you know nothing about it, I'm going to
yeah.
keep it. But if you've heard of it, that's fine.
Can I try and can I ask a question to see if I know what this is?
I know a little bit about both,
I'll
so
give
go
you a
ahead.
genre. I'll
Yeah.
give you a genre. Is
Okay.
that okay? Is Agents of the Four Season a romance?
I I don't know enough about it to answer that 100%. I've seen very little on both of them.
If
Maybe
by
based
an
off the
image, I'm
game
assuming
or
you see the image, or
based off the name, I think it could be, but the name is a little deceptive because I think it's a bit of an action. If you choose one or the other, okay. So they're both action. I think Agents of the Four Seasons is like um I think one of like it's like four people represent the seasons. I could be totally wrong. I think this is what it is, and one of them dies.
whoa, 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 whoa. It's all good. You don't do that because I want to base my
Okay,
off the name. I was just making sure that I didn't know what it
I
was
don't think it's a
because I feel like I've seen it.
romance. It may be a romance.
Okay,
I'm not 100% sure.
okay, okay.
I've seen
And
a
what was the other one?
short clip playing death games to put food on the table.
Okay, I think I got mine.
dang. All right. I'm down to
Do you
do Death
go ahead, Izzy?
Games.
A
All
death
right.
game. That's what I was gonna
Death
pick too.
games it is. All right. So, yeah.
Can I look it
The
up now?
first,
I've seen it.
yeah, the first episode of Death Games is 40 minutes, so that means it's probably a banger.
Yep.
There are 12 episodes, it looks like, and the characters look good. So hopefully it's
Nice.
good.
Shiboiji.
Yeah, Shibu or Shibu.
Shiboiji.
I can't. I'm
Shiboiji.
not even going to attempt to. That's why I did not
Shibuiji.
say that part.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, it's Shibuyugi or Shiboyogi, maybe. I don't know. I'm not. I'm done. That was my attempt.
We'll let you know next week.
Yep. All right. We'll see y'all next week for playing death games to put food on the table. And if you can pronounce the first word of that title, good on you. Peace.
Yeah, but you put the announce, put it in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah. See y'all.
Um,
Oh, you good? Anything else for the people? All right.
We're good.
Peace.